Hey guys, and welcome back to the HobbyDo007 channel. Hey, we're back on our channel signature vehicle for the Acme show, and I know there's a lot of content creators that have jumped in on this, and I'm tickled to death. Can't wait to see them when we get to Acme. This is going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. I want to share with you today kind of a short video, but I want to show you what we have done since the last update, as well as we're going to do a little bit today. So let's get busy. Bring your model to life with MCV products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at mcvproducts.com. Okay guys, if you recall in the last video, we made a bulkhead and opened some windows and a doorway to gain access from the driver's compartment back to the cargo section. And we also made a couple of extra bulkheads that will represent the front and back, and we're going to have some models on those, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But here's where we are right now with the van. If you remember, we did that entire interior in a high gloss white, which I think turned out really good. And I'll tell you what, let's jump over to the seats real quick. If you remember, we did those kind of like we did the Oxblood seats in the 40 Ford mobile workbench. And I decided let's do something a little bit different with these, in that I wanted to put some piping around the edge of the seats, give it that old school look. And we'll put these in here and get a look at them. And how I did the piping, by the way, was, well, there we go. So that'll give you an idea. Of course, I'll straighten them on up a little bit more. And then our bulkhead rests right there. Well, the one with the door, and I'll show you that here in a minute too. But I think that's going to look pretty good. I have decided, I think, the carbon fiber up here on the top of the doghouse, and right through here, I'm going to put a piece of tread plate. And but yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Now back to the piping. All I used there, guys, was just a piece of evergreen 20 thousandths rod, so it's really, really tiny. Let me see if I can get a piece out here real quick. But this worked really, really well. The smallest in the half round, which is just a little, it would be like that was split down the middle. But the half round, the smallest I make, is 30 thousandths, which I've got some. It just didn't look quite right. This 20 thousandths was perfect for that, as you can see. And I used the UV glue and UV light to cure that really quick. But I think it gives it a pretty cool old school kind of look as well. But yeah, I think that is going to add to it just a little bit. Now, getting over to those bulkheads, if you recall, we'd already cut out and made this. This is just shot in, I was going to do bare metal aluminum on it, but it just wasn't, it just didn't look right, to be honest with you. So I went back and just shot it with Tamiya silver leaf, and the screen that we have, I shared with you. We just cut some of that up and made that into the windows. I sent a copy of this template over to our buddy Irv over at the Arter Rake, and he took what we have here and perfected it. His, of course, same vehicle, has a removable top, and I didn't do that on this one, but I will be doing that on the next one. But this one, in that it had a fixed roof, I did not make the door like he did. And when I say perfected it, what he did was made a working sliding door on tracks, which I thought was cool. So when I do mine with the top off, I may have to copy his little venture there too. But I think this looked pretty good. I did glue it into position, so this one does not function. I went to my parts box, found an old handle. The more I think about it, I think that came from the handle I'm not sure, but I think it was the handle for a rumble seat. But I think that's more of a T. But for some reason, that just sticks in my mind. But I think that looks pretty good on there. And on the vehicle, you can see through there. The jury is still out on the mesh. I think it's okay. It's just, I don't know, something's just not clicking with it for me, but well, we'll see. It may be okay for this one. We're just experimenting, playing around. Irv and I were talking, and it's just hard to build one of these things once you get a knack for it. And he has really gone crazy with them in a good way. But I think that looks pretty good. And of course, I've got the other two bulkheads here. I've got one for the front, and that's going to go up in behind, if you recall. That's going to go behind here. And I don't know if I can find my little slot there. But you'll be able to see that wall there, and I'll show you what we're going to have on that. As well as there'll be one in the rear, back in here. So, and we're going to put that with some depth to it, so you'll be able to see in there. And what is going to be on that is model cars. Remember, this is our stash truck. So what I did for this, and again, guys, don't overcomplicate things. I just went on, Googled model car stash. Boom. Pictures came up. Well, I took one that I really liked that was relatively clear, and I put it on here 3 times, and I was using Publisher, but any of your software should be able to do that. If you measure a model car box, most of them are about 6.5 inches wide. So I just based it's close enough to 6.5, and some are even 7, but 6.5 inches. I thought that would be pretty good. So then I broke out our 1/25th scale ruler here, went over to 6 and just a tick past that, and I used our dial caliper here, and as you see, from there to, let's call it right about there. That may even be 7, but it's close enough for what we're doing. And then I just printed it a couple of times. This one, of course, you can see is way too big, but printed it a few times until we got where we can, there we go, get to our 6.5 inches. So that makes it more in scale. And now what I'm going to do is I'll take our bulkheads here, and I'll go ahead and line those up, and then I'll cut out, and then we'll probably just use some Elmer's glue. We'll sand up this really good, so it's got something to bite into, and then we'll cut around that, and then we'll have our wall of models to take a look at. So we're going to get that done real quick, and in fact, let me do that real quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back, and as you can see, we had to have a petty box in there, so we've got it all squared away here. This is the front and the back, and I think this is going to look pretty good. Let me find where the box, there it is. Let's see how it's going to look. I kind of mocked up the rear and took a look at it, but I hadn't done the front here yet, so let's see, we'll put that right there, give it a little bit of depth. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty good, and that way we'll be able to see the stash back there. Well, there's not a lot of light, guys, sorry about that. Well, there's a little bit there, but you see there's a little bit of depth, and you've got all the wall of model cars back there. And in the rear, this one will go just behind these. And let's see. Yeah. And that gives you a look in the back, you'll be able to, and you know what, that looks kind of deep. I may move that up a little bit more. Let's try this. That may be too close. Well, that still gives it some depth. Yeah, we may do that one right there. But you'll be able to see the stash in there. And even though this is Hobby Dude's second mobile vehicle or signature vehicle, I thought about even making it. Many of you may remember the bookmobiles that used to come around your neighborhood. It was part of the library, and you could go check out a book at the bookmobile. I started to do a mobile hobby shop, so to speak. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. But Hobby Dude's mobile workshop. But I don't know. May do that too. But anyway, I think this is really becoming fun now, guys. I told you this is going to be a short video this time. I'm going to go ahead and for the next video I'll try to have the interior pretty much wrapped up, and most of our colors on this. I've got 2 other vehicles finished for Atlanta, Mustang Sally, of course, and another little surprise. I wanted this one and 3 more, but I can see maybe 2 more, but I'm running out of time, so I need to get busy. But it's also been crazy here with all the rain we've had here in the south. I am working more cutting grass at both of our properties and the farm. I'm spending a lot of time outside too, guys, and that's just necessity. But yeah, but I'm still having fun. But got to get busy on these things too. So, guys, hope you all have an absolutely awesome rest of the week. Let me know what you think about where we are on this right now. I'm kind of pleased with it. And we'll see you in that next video. God bless, guys. We'll see you later.